or sit on my half distress. Hi everyone, I'm on my way to catch the show of Kataklysm, Flash God Apocalypse and Stillbirth in Frankfurt, Batschkapp. It's the 21st February 2024 and I think the first concert for this year. So I'm going to interview JF about his guitar style, about riffs and touring, of course. I'm out of breath because I loaded my complete car on my own. So see you at the venue.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Jassy and I'm accompanied by JF from Kataklysm. I have the honor to ask him some fun questions, some guitar related questions now here while they are on tour promoting their new album Goliath. And we're here at Batschkapp Frankfurt and in about 5 hours they are on stage.
Yes,
So
excited. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the interview. I'm really awesome, and we can talk about some guitar stuff. Talk about anything you might want to throw at me, and
going to be really much torturing you, I can guarantee you. Speaking about that, I had a really rough torture getting to this place because the road directly here was blocked. This is like sabotage on tour life. Was your tour being sabotaged in a way where we're like, what the fuck is happening?
it's always like anything can happen when you're on the road. Like for example, us last night we had a issue with one of the generators on the bus broke, so we had no AC. We lost all our sound system, anything. We couldn't play music, which is kind of a big deal. It's not, but it is. Like when you're partying at night, like everything was silent. Like if you're playing music on our phones through a beer cup, and yeah, we went here to Frankfurt, which we're super happy, and we're thankful to our driver because they got their hands dirty and they were like in there trying to fix the problems, and they got it to work. But now they have to ship the bus to a repair or a garage or whatever to get that sorted. So hopefully they come back with a working bus tonight so we can get on with the tour.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you're stranded in beautiful Frankfurt with a blocked road. There's with nowhere to go. But speaking about positive things, was there something where you were like, yeah, this is kind of a memory that I won't forget?
I mean, and so many crazy things happen on tour. Sometimes like there's some situations where, yes, you will never forget. Like once we had a bus caught on fire. And the funny part was like we all got up. The twin manager was like, "Hey guys, everybody off the bus!" Like grabbed like the most important stuff and run. And then our bass player was sleeping in this bunk like this.
No.
And he didn't wake up, and we're all outside. It's like, okay, everything is good. We're calling people. Like, where's that? Still on the bus, and the fire was like from underneath the bunks, and he was there, and this stuff like full of smoke with the lady. It was a funny, funny but not funny situation. But we laugh about it now. But it's the like stuff that sticks in your head.
You slept so hard you nearly caught fire. So, catching fire concerning audiences. What was the hottest gig up until now?
The hottest. I feel like we've been through a lot of hot shows, and I'm used to hot because I live in Texas and it's always like 110 degrees, and my body's kind of used to those temperatures. But funny enough, we played a show in Quebec City in this December. It was in the middle of the winter, and it was so many people in the club. I think they oversold the place. So hot on stage, and I think it had to be one of the hottest shows I ever played in my life, like sweating and all that, and then it's like freezing cold outside the venue, but it was like unbearable. Like we reached a level where like, okay, this is a bit much, we had to slow down on the banging and just focus on the playing, and it was a fun night because it was so intense. People were coming on stage and jumping and like craziness, but the temperature inside those walls, wow.
Speaking about that, These are like very much unexpected issues you have on stage. I mean, of course, the string can break, a guitar can fall out. But I mean, if you are in a venue where it's just freaking hot, where you just melt to the ground and you cannot focus anymore on what you're playing, your fingers are slippery as that.
Your air comes like so wet, you're dripping sweat, like your hands like get really sweaty and goes all over the strings. The guitar is like not functioning anymore, but you're kind of have to wipe it between songs and make sure you can make it to the end.
Was it also the weirdest thing that happened on stage, or do you recall anything else that was like pretty much freaking weird, where we were like just losing your mind why things wouldn't work out as planned?
Always things like sometimes we do this thing where people come on stage with us, and like we're always happy to have our fans come get on stage and be part of the show, and we're always kind of asking them like, please like be respectful of the equipment, but sometimes things happen, drunk people fall into the backline, like if things get unplugged, and we try our best to keep people away from our things now as much as we can. But things can happen for sure, and you have to deal with it. It's part of the show. It's the rock and roll aspect to all this, which I think it's fun in a way because everything is still a live thing, and you deal with the elements as they come.
Always the surprises that are like worthwhile remembering the show, so to speak. Remembering that, I just saw that you were reacting to my reel, telling me thank you for choosing that song because it's fun to play. What makes Breaching the Asylum to you a song that is fun to play?
Well, I'm like a picking guy when it comes to guitar. I like chuggy stuff. Obviously, like Kataklysm is based on a lot of chuggy elements, and for me, Breaching is sort of like that. It's chuggy, but it's also a lot of like drum picking. A lot of I love that stuff. Like that's what drives me as a guitar player. Like the air on my arms like go up, and I get into the zone, and I love those type of riffing. So I was saying thank you because it's a song that we actually don't play live a lot. We played it when Ghost and Gods came out. It was part of the touring cycle, and then for some reason it's not part of our set anymore up until this tour. Because I talk to the guys and they convince them to.
Now you're playing it on this tour. This is freaking funny. So I'm really looking forward to see you guys.
So you're probably part of the reason why we're playing it, because I was like, oh yeah, that's because we have so many albums and so many songs. And I was like, man, we should bring back Breachings, and it's a song that our fans love as well, and we're getting a great reaction out of it every night.
Lovely. It's also one of my favorites actually. So this is all freaking awesome. Want to play it together?
Yes, for sure.
Cool.
Oh.
I don't even know I was to play on second guitar to be honest. I just know what I played there, I think. Whoa.
A few minutes later.
We started chatting and I just have no clue what's wrong. I just okay. Maybe I put it like this, but
A little longer than a few minutes later.
no, we should have it. Yes, fun. So when it's now again not behaving, I have no clue what's wrong.
So, are we finally going to jam together? Find it out in the second half of the interview, which will drop in 2 weeks. At this point, I want to say thank you once again to JF for this opportunity, for this nice and chill hangout. And also I want to say thank you to Zora, my new editor, for getting this video out for you guys. And last but not least, thank you for the lovely support on Patreon. You guys are the reason why the channel is still alive. Without the support, I would be totally gone by now. So shout out to you guys for the amazing support. If you want to see other videos of mine, click here or hit subscribe, click the bell and select all if you want to get notified about all my future uploads. Stay tuned and rock on.